Hello and welcome back to the channel. So we're just back from Japfest, which really enjoyed. Great turnout on the GR Zoo forum, and you'll see a video of that very soon. But I thought we'll hop back into the sim. Gran Turismo 7. We have the famous, the unicorn that is the Toyota GT1. So we're going to take that around the Nurburgring. This is the 99th car that I've taken around here, and timed it at least. So I'd like to know, what would you like as the 100th car? We've got many sims. We've got iRacing, we've got Race Room, we've got Assetto Corsa, we've got Forza and Gran Turismo. Any car from there, something special for the 100th car, put it in the comments down below so we can give it a bit of a party. So this should be pretty fast, probably one of the fastest GT1 cars ever made, potentially. You never know, very much set up for Le Mans. So let's take it around the Nürburgring and see how it does. Right, the ultimate GT1 car versus the Nürburgring. This car took the rules, well, Toyota took the rules and read between every single line. Into the first corner, this thing is pretty fast. Spin Schmidt curb, already on the power, up through the gears, thundering down the hill, a little confidence lift, and that's fifth already. Into the technical section we go. Just try and keep up that minimum speed. Don't want to use the curbs, but don't want to get all over them. This is our race car after all. It will get unsettled. Right, into the final section of the first technical bit, and then on the power, up towards Flungplatz. Here we come, through the gears, flat out over Flungplatz, a dab of brake, and then get that nose in. Whoa, use the aero. That's really good, that is. So we've got no idea of the speed, but 6th gear there should be about 200 miles an hour. So Flungplatz, not Flungplatz, Street and Kreuz should be flat, and then hard on the brakes. All the way down to 2nd, get that nose in, you can feel the aeros come off the car. The car gets a little bit light, a little bit more skittish. Definitely has some understeering, things like 2nd gear, and that's just because it's not really that kind of car. Flat out through the compression, 6th gear, down 2 gears, down to 3rd before we enter the chicane, all the way to 1st. Yeah, in these lower gears, you can feel the traction. As long as the car's in a straight line, and not on the curb like that, it's pretty good. And that's kind of what you need at Le Mans. There isn't very many slow corners, and if there is, it's a forward chicane, and then it's just straight line traction out of there. You can definitely feel this car is more happy at high speed, and with the gearing, 6th gear is definitely aimed towards fuel conservation on the long straights. Miss, hit, miss, understeer on the exit there, but we're good. And then into the slow section on the course, understeer a bit there. See, initial traction as long as the car's going straight line, really good. Right, downhill braking now. This is where it feels a bit unwieldy. If you've driven this car, there goes the GoPro. If you've driven this car with the BOP in Gran Turismo 7, it's definitely very underwhelming. So go and drive it without, because this is fun. Right, flat out through the Lauda kink, and then hard on the brakes. Get that nose in. Search for the power on the exit and the grip. Right, up the hill, this should be allowed to just extend its legs. We have done the Mercedes CLK GTR and the McLaren GTR round here fairly recently, made it around about 602. I think this is going to be a fair bit faster. This just feels on another level. Bravery corner, down 2 gears and back on the power. Yeah, this car just feels like it's been built a few years later, which it has. And they've just definitely made a purebred race car and then said, yeah, we'll make some road cars eventually. It's light too, 900 kilos, basically the same weight as an F1 car with full fuel. Just have to be careful on the traction through the bumps there. Right, up the hill we go, kiss curb. It does start to struggle in this first bit of the roller coaster section. Understeer. Doesn't like the curbs, so you have to be a little bit careful through the first section there. Now we can kind of open her up down into Wipperman. little bit of a lift down one gear, keep it close to the left, and then we can use all the curb on the right. Also feels like it's kind of in between gears through this section, which would make sense. The kind of gearing for this car is fast and then really fast. Oh, understeer going into Brunchen. Oh, I messed that up a little bit. Right, on the power. We'll keep it going there. Right, final corner of this first bit of the second technical section up over the sky. And now we're going to have to be careful of the jump, because we don't want a Porsche 911 GT1.
5.5 hours in at Road Atlanta. Same Porsche now driven by Yannick Dalmas, and oh, here we go. In spectacular fashion, the flip, he lands, he explodes.
Kind of takeoff. Oh, it's caused understeer though. Right, Stefan Bellafest coming up. We have to be careful up over this rise as well. Remember, these GT1 cars were pretty famous for flipping. Porsche and the Mercedes both going up and over at different points. What's going on the track into the baby carousel now. Getting near to the end of the lap. Oh, rear slipped out there as we jumped out the carousel. Up over the rise, almost ran out of track there. Come on, front end. Oh, I'd understeered that, switched to oversteer there. Right. Whew, let's try and max this thing out. Down the Dottinger Her. That should be 200 miles an hour, and she should still keep on pulling. I don't know what kind of speed this is. Maybe by the end 220, 215. So flat out under the Bilstein Bridge. Let's try and take the chicane flat out. Easy. Right, last corner. Ooh, a little bit of oversteer on the last corner there. There we go, and there we go. Whoa, this has been a little bit scruffy at times. There's definitely some speed in there, but this is a fast and fun car. I think, you know what, this car is really fun at 9/10ths. I can understand how somebody can do long distances in this thing, but to get that last little 10/10ths takes a lot out of you. So let's see what kind of time. I'm expecting around a 6 minute, maybe a little bit faster. That's a 5 minutes 53 seconds. That is fast. That's about 10 seconds faster than the other GT1 cars, and that is impressive. This has got a lot of power, not a lot of weight. Remember, Nürburgring Blast rules, we do this as just a stock car, so no setup changes, tyre changes, nothing. So that's a fast lap. I think that's going to be on the top end of things. So let's see where it sits. So that sits 17th place and just behind a Super Formula car. That is some horrendous kind of speed. And it's like, as I say, that's nearly 10 seconds faster than the other GT1 cars that we've done here on the channel. So I hope you enjoyed that. I think there's still some time in there. I think there is maybe a 550 if I've really stuck to it. But I enjoyed that. It was a good fun car. My type of car, a bit of downforce, but a little bit of braking manoeuvrability as well. So I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. That's really appreciated by myself. If you didn't enjoy it though, perfectly fine. Give it a thumbs down, and then in the future I can make it better with a comment down below on how to do that. But I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, goodbye, and have a good one.